Hi guys, Dark Aperture here, and back with a $660 game PC build. Now considering the price, you're getting some serious power. Yes, you're maxing games. You're maxing games for $660 on a single monitor. Take that in for a second. You might even get 60 FPS in some cases. Alright, enough jib jab, move on. Full specs list. You know the drill. Just give you a few seconds. Then we move on. Alright, time's up. Move on. First up for our processor is the Intel Pentium G860. It's the fastest Intel Pentium chip out right now, and it should work just fine for your build. It's a dual core, and it's all you need for gaming. In fact, it's more than enough. But if you want to do some serious OCing, you can spend $30 more and get an FX 4100 an FX 4100. Yep, for $105. That's the option. You have to change up the motherboard and everything too, which would jack up the price, which we don't want to do. I stuttered so much in there that if you count the amount of times I stuttered and converted it to $100 bills. Okay, just roll with me here, and I'm moving on. Next up, the RAM. 4 GB of Crucial Ballistics 1866 MHz DDR3. You don't need more than 4 gigs for gaming. It's a fact. You might want 8 gigs. It'd be more optimal, but for a budget build like this is all you need. It's just fine. And the motherboard for a $430 build is also in this build, the ASRock H61M DGS. You got some SATA ports, some USB ports, headphone jack. I can see a couple monitor ports, but I don't think you need this. See a DVI there. Well, let's move on to the real powerhouse of the game PC build. Oh yeah, this is $50 for the motherboard. Now the next part, as I said, the powerhouse, the graphics card. And this graphics card doesn't like to be called humble. This graphics card, you normally see in a build like $1,200. It's something called a Gigabyte Radeon HD. Ready for this? $79.50. Yeah, not kidding. $300. This card is going to max everything in 1080p on ultra settings at very high frame rates. Considering the price of this build, this is just insane. And it's got triple fans. Nice heatsink from Gigabyte there. Might not be the quietest because of the triple fans. Oh, I don't know. I don't have this card, so I don't know. You tell me. Oh yeah, for $300, also performs the 660 Ti. So more value there. And now, for the next part of our build, we are choosing a hard drive. This hard drive is the 500 GB Western Digital Caviar Blue 7200 RPM drive. $60 last time I checked. It's a 500 gig drive. Pretty good reliability. 7200 RPM. Now, this area, you definitely want, the lowest end you want to go for Western Digital is the blue. The blacks rarely fail. The blues sometimes fail, and the Caviar Greens, they fail so much that the failed confirmations on YouTube aren't actually those pictures. They're actually Western Digital Caviar Green drives with pictures pasted on top of them. Get the idea? Next, the power supply. Another factor, a serious factor where you don't want to cheap out, is just the heart of the build. We chose the Corsair CX600 600-watt power supply. It's more than enough for this. AMD recommends for a 7950 that you need 500 watts of power. So the 600-watt power supply should be more than above requirements, letting you run this just fine. Now it's $70, and that's perfect for this build. Next up, we got a DVD burner. It's $20. It's from Asus. I don't need to say much more. It's a 24x DVD burner. Any other $20 DVD drive would work. All you need to do is put an EOS install, nuts, and apart from other few times, this is pretty much the only thing you need. If you want to watch Blu-ray on this, just spend $55 instead for a Blu-ray drive. Can't give you recommendations right now. Now for the final part of this build. Also where the recording always screws up. It's a case. Corsair Carbide 200R ATX mid-tower case. Now I was worried when I first chose this because I thought, ooh no, the 7950 won't fit in there. However, upon looking up a few forums on the internet, this case, without the drive bay removed, has clearance for 11.8 inches. The Gigabyte Radeon HD 7950 needs clearance of 11.4 inches. It's a tight fit, sure, but whatever. It's all you need, and it'll fit it just fine. If you're really that OCD and you don't think you can fit that card in there very well, you think it's gonna blow up or something if you do it, just spend a few more bucks on a larger case with more clearance. Or just remove the drive bay, though it makes installing a hard drive a lot harder. But if you remove the drive bay, you can fit pretty much any graphics card. You could fit a 690. Well, that's it. Total price is $660. Now consider the fact that this is a 7950, and you can't find anything else that has better gaming performance than this. Good luck finding something better that doesn't go relying less on seriously old hardware, CPU, motherboard, or whatever, because those things drop in price. And this thing needs to be somewhat upgradable. Since this G860 works with Sandy Bridge, you can upgrade as high as an i7 2600K on the OGA 1155 socket. That's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to Dark Aperture. Maybe you could build this. You'd probably enjoy it. Now this build's gaming centric. It'll do editing well too for the price. Actually no, it has only 4 gigs of RAM. Forget, scratch that. Won't do editing very well. Goodbye. Subscribe to Dark Aperture. Iggy me. Peace. Bip, bip, bip. What? Oh, whoa. That was not the stop button on the easy vid recorder. Well, at this point, this is just a filler. You get fill. So for the filler, we're just gonna show you the 7950, which looks awesome. Just kidding. Subscribe to Dark Aperture, which I've said 3 times now. Cue to stuttering. Goodbye. Didn't work.